Hi, and welcome to, me. If you haven't ever watched before, my name's Beth, and I am interested in so many things: literature, technology, learning new technologies, just healthcare, making sure that people are covered and that they understand basic information regarding things like healthcare praxis and how to live with epilepsy and how to live well, and of course, things like entertaining yourself or finding new hobbies, new talents, things like that. And if I like something, I'll review it and I will tell you if something's good or if something's bad. And also, I seek to act as a friend and or advocate. So, welcome to the Week of Peace. This is Advent. The Week of Hope was basically spent working on a project. I am somewhat building a simplified version of a video game for a class that I'm taking involving Shakespeare and history, such as the Roman Republic, through the person of Julius Caesar, and attempting to really put this together in a way. I just recently got done with my PowerPoint presentation, which I had to send in before tomorrow. And basically, the game is called World of Wonders. It's not really much yet. A lot of stick figures, a lot of, this is what I want. Sort of in the 90s, when I was a teenager, there was on VH1 music videos, and they would bring in different historical tidbits for older videos or different things that went on as the video and the song were being recorded. Like, did you know that during the song Breathless, one of the girls from the chorus actually had a lot of asthma, so she was quite literally breathless, or things like that. So what I'm thinking, during gameplay, you might see a scroll opening up that says something along the lines of, did you know that Julius Caesar had male pattern baldness? And partially due to this, he decided to say that the laurel leaf crown was an honor of his, and with simple but colorful illustrations and ideas for working through lessons with your children and your class, physical and video lessons, but done through the medium of play. So teaching children about costumery and swords, and all through making your own equipment. What can you do, for example, with a laundry basket, a bit of loo roll, and your mind? In my house, my teddy bears, plastic laundry baskets, wooden laundry baskets, these little wooden carts where I would take my stuffed animals through the house, for example, became a lot of my mediums towards play. And of course, I had computers and books because my parents really, really worked with me on being well read. So I pretty much had access to different books. And hey, listen, I'd like to read more American Girl books. I also wanted the dolls, but they were a little bit out of the price range. Oh, I'm an adult now and I can buy my own American Girl dolls. Note for Christmas. I'm sure that if need be, you can find them secondhand, and that's okay if they're loved. But basically, a lot of the things that because my parents were very interested in education, and if told I can't do something, my biggest tendency was to say, screw you, yes I can. And that's another thing for what I'm trying to do with the video game, or the idea for the video game, to make sure that it's accessible to people of all abilities, but not insulting, because some educational games, you're just like, dude, oh yeah, I am well and truly educated. This designer, this teacher didn't really give a shit at all. So, while making it so that the shadow and light effects are not harmful, especially for the 3% of the population, keeping in mind that that's 3% out of 3 million people in the US with epilepsy have issues with blinking lights and are light sensitive. So, attempting to not pull an Incredibles 2 with some light and shadow issues that could have brought on neurological symptoms. So also, just, I don't want it to be so educational that it's boring as HE double hockey sticks, and I don't want it to be like, yeah, I'm totally entertained. This was totally at my grade level, totally appropriate for my age, and totally not so educational it forgot the entertaining bits. So there's where I was for the week of hope. For peace, I am attempting to sit back. This is the last week of class for this semester, and then I'm off till February, which is going to be difficult because I tend to need something to do. And, well, this should be fun. Empty hands are the devil's workshop. But anyway, so it is Advent, and I'm celebrating. It's still a purple candle, so we had 2 purple candles. Last week was hope, this week is peace, and I am hoping that you all find your own peace and find ways to get out your creativity. Me, I am playing around with color and ideas, and I must say that my abilities with video games tends to fall into the categories of the Atari video game Space Invaders and Wii Yoga. So yeah, and of course some educational video games that were just a bit insulting and below my level, and I think honestly below the level of, say, a slightly confused aunt. So there are my ideas, and making a presentation for that. Right now it's all about having some fun and getting back to people, and really hoping that everyone finds love and joy. Our focus on joy is next week, and I'm right now just enjoying everything. I really am, and I'm loving getting out my creative side, which is fantastic. There's some things I can't do, but for everything else, there's a will. And maybe MasterCard, if I'm really desperate. So anyway, you are so loved, and I hope this week, for Hope and Peace, you get out there and enjoy something and create something. In the meantime, you are so loved. Take really good care of yourselves, and